For a couple of Spice Girls, we'd be both Sporty Spice. That's how I'm opening it this time.
Okay. Wow.
What's up, bud?
Thought there was gonna be something else there.
No, because I was like, if you want to be my lover, you already are. So
No.
don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay. I'd make a Spice Girls joke, but I think you exhausted the two the two jokes I could have made. So
You could have been
uh
like, nah, you're a baby, so you're baby Spice, and I'm pretty posh, so I'm posh Spice.
okay, well, I
Yeah,
didn't. So
yeah. Man, it's pretty scary, Spice, how you're reacting to this now.
are you done?
Yeah, I'm trying to work in like red pubes for Ginger, but I got nothing.
We don't need to do that. We really
It'd
don't
be
need to do
it'd be
that.
scary, Spice, if I did that.
It would be, and we don't need that.
Yeah.
So let's be sensible, Spice, and not
That
do
wasn't
that.
one of them.
Yeah,
Actually, she died before they got big in that really bad car accident, that car crash.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're moving on now. We're doing this a day early, which means I get to talk about the sports that I've been watching today. The French Open started, the Roland Garros, if you will.
I will
And
not.
unfortunately, my favorite player lost his opening round, so he's out already.
Fuck.
It's a shame. It's he missed 2 months for a knee injury, and he's only played one match before this tournament, so he's just got to get that rust knocked off. It's just a
Yeah.
shame that it was a grand slam that had to happen in, you know what I mean?
Oh, man, you don't know how often I had to knock rust off a grand slam at Denny's. Like,
I could probably take a guess.
yeah, like 5 times, which is like an absurd amount when you think about it. But how
Yeah.
did Johnny McElroy do?
What?
Yeah, is he doing pretty good in the old
Johnny
girls?
McElroy. Okay, you're combining two people here. You're thinking of tennis player John McEnroe and golfer Rory McIlroy.
I knew Rory McIlroy was a person. I just assumed he was golfing. I was like, I'm just gonna say Johnny instead. He probably has
Boy,
a brother.
boy, that was something. That was something. Uh,
Is he playing well though?
who? John McEnroe?
Yeah, why not?
Dude, he played in the 70s. He's like an announcer
So he's
now.
pretty fucking good then. He's still playing.
Sure,
You don't see Kareem still playing.
it's true. What's he doing?
But he's just being old,
Yeah.
pretending like he wasn't a jerk all the time. Apparently he was a real big jerk. There's a fun story. This guy, he was like, I was a ball boy, when I was a kid, and I had to do like certain things, like four socks or whatever. He's like telling the story, and I walk into the Lakers locker room, and Kareem pulls me over. He's like, "There's not four clean pairs of socks," and he just laid into me, yelled at me, and really made me feel like shit. And he's like, and then that same time, I like another game, the 76ers were in town. And he's like, and I walk into their thing. I got them the four socks and all this stuff. And Dr. J pulls me aside. He's like, "Hey, young sir." He's like, "Yeah." It's like, why do I have four socks? And he's like, "Oh, that's just what I was told to." He's like, "How many feet do I have?" He's like, "You just have two." He's like, "Okay, I just only need the one pair. How many do you have, any brothers and sisters?" He's like, "Yeah, I have, three." He's like, "This is perfect. Give them to your siblings." And he's like, and then he just autographed a bunch of shit for him too, and just sent him on his way. He's like, "So now that I've made some money, anytime I have a signing, I always go to Dr. J. I've never once approached Kareem about it because I don't want to give him extra business."
That's funny.
Which is like, I don't think Kareem's like, "Oh man, I'm not making like $100 off of signing some stuff for 30 people or whatever." But whatever.
Right. Who who's your favorite Irving between him and Patrick?
Okay, who's Patrick Irving, bud? You wanted to make fun
You
of me?
tell me.
I mean, I like Julius Irving a good bit more.
Okay, glad we got that settled.
I don't know who the fuck Patrick Irving is.
I was trying to think of somebody that would be in a different sport, but unfortunately, I had to go with two basketball players.
Yeah, but still Patrick Irving?
No, Patrick Ewing.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. I was like, who the
No, the point is, it doesn't make sense. I was
yeah.
trying. Okay.
I mean, I get what you're doing. I get it now, but before I'm like, who the fuck are you talking about? Oh shit.
You know, Dr. E. Anyway, and then because it's Sunday, well, not because it's Sunday, this particular Sunday, there's an F1 race on. It started like an hour and a half ago. So,
Speaking of F1, fun, this is just a fun little thing. The other day when they were in Miami, my old cousin Seth, he gotta go to one of the F1 races. Almost said game, but I'm like, that's not a game.
did he have fun?
I mean, apparently. He posted pictures. I was like, huh, heart.
Yeah. The I think Miami was the last one before they're in Canada now. So I think that was the last one because it's not every week. Sometimes they take a week or two off between
I'm not
races.
I'm not rooting for this to happen, but how funny would it be if one of the F1 guys just hits a fucking moose?
I think that it would be insane for that to even occur.
Yeah. It's like holy fuck, Richard Hamilton just hit a fucking moose.
Richard. Why are you so good at mixing names?
It's just a skill.
Oh God.
I got one of them name mixing autisms, you know?
Yeah. But come on, what's the real F1 driver's name? You can do this.
Rupert Hamilton,
No.
Tony Hamilton,
No. You really
Alexander
don't know?
Hamilton.
You really don't know.
I mean, I really thought it was Richard. I thought I was cooking with that one, bud.
No, you're thinking of Richard Hammond from Top
No,
Gear.
no, I really wasn't. I just thought his name was Richard Hamilton.
No, it's Lewis. Lewis
Lewis.
Hamilton.
That was like my 30th guess. I
Yeah.
was right there.
Yeah, you were right there. Gosh. There's a pretty solid chance that Chicago's going to get an F1 race added sometime in the future, which would be pretty cool.
Would you go to it?
I mean, I would go to like any of them, really. Texas, Vegas, and Miami are the only American ones right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, would I prefer Chicago over any of those? Not necessarily, because I'm traveling no matter what, you know?
Yeah. But
Um,
man, just think of how shitty the roads are in Illinois. F1 drivers, it's like all of them just have like they're fucked up, front bumpers and shit.
yeah.
Like,
Well, that's the thing. They probably picked Chicago, and now Chicago's got to dump a bunch of money into making the roads better,
yeah,
at
just like how
least
they
for the circuit.
like
But that's
how
the
they
thing is, sorry, what?
just like how they have to pour a bunch of money to keep the fucking Chicago Bears.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
You don't think they're keep? I heard that Pritzker has signed a thing over to
Have they?
basically raise the property tax up. Yeah.
Okay, because last I heard, they were definitely not making a deal. So I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe I just misheard because I would. No offense, I would love it if they because like if it's in like a Chicago suburb in Indiana, they're gonna still call them the Chicago Bears.
Yeah,
No
they
one's
will.
gonna, you know. And it's like, boy, it'd be nice not to have to pay taxes on a new stadium.
Illinois struggles to pass new stadium bill. Bears reiterate Chicago stadium options are, quote, exhausted.
Oh, okay. Let's hope. Fuck, let's hope.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want them to move just for the traditional sake of it, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Is there anything? I mean, I know you've told me once before you've never been to a football game, but is there anything at the Bear? stadium that's like special? Because I know like the Cubs had the fucking like the vines or whatever growing, and when they tore it down, they replanted that or whatever. And then like Lambeau, I know is just historic and all that shit. And I when Boston Garden tore down, like the parquet floor was a big thing, and they actually sold that whenever got tore
Yeah.
down. So is there anything in the Chicago,
I
with the
mean, I don't know that there's anything like that other than it's just it's also old and been there a long time. I mean,
yeah.
Soldier Field, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I remember I've been to Chicago several times for various things, and
Hmm.
even as a kid, I've been by and in Soldier Field, just not for a
Yeah,
game. So yeah, I don't know for sure, but I think it would just be a it's been here forever sort of thing.
I gotcha. Yeah, because I remember when we would have been like the Bulls, like Michael, like right after Michael Jordan Bulls. My mom
Mhm.
and dad got to see a Bulls game in Chicago because they won tickets. Or actually, one of their friends won tickets, but they're like, if Michael's not gonna be there, why the fuck would I want to go? So they gave it to mom and dad, and they went to the game. And then like a couple months or maybe a year or so later, they're watching a show on History Channel, and they're fucking blowing up the stadium that they were in, which I was like, damn, how the hell is it that they kind of like now I look back, I'm like, how the hell could they afford to try to get a new stadium with like fuck, I think they had like Eddie Curry as their one of their big guys at the time. Like
Mhm.
who,
Well, I mean, they probably just had money from Michael's era, right?
I mean, you'd think so, but I think another part of it too is like the Chicago fans, I'm not a fan of them, but they always show up. Like they have like the one of the best attendance records in the league. So it's like, yeah, it checks out. So even when they're dog shit, they still show up, which is good.
Yeah. You
Oh,
like loyalty.
yeah. Um, really quick, I'm gonna dust this out there, but I won't share it with you until after he gets traded. I have a really spicy Giannis take that I'm like, I don't want to share it with Jake till after he gets traded because might hurt his feelings. But this might make you go, "Oh, I hope you're right after
Okay.
he's traded."
But what if it doesn't happen?
If he doesn't get traded,
Yeah.
oh, I'll just keep it to my fucking self. It's not that big of a deal.
All right. Keep edging me then.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly giving you the bluest of balls, buddy. I mean, if you're like, just tell me, I'll be like, okay, whatever, I don't care.
No, if you wanted to tell me, you would have told me.
All right. I was just trying like this to me, this will it might if you listen to it, you're like, oh well maybe he's got a good point. Or you'll be like, oh, he's full of shit. Giannis is great. You know,
Giannis is great.
we'll get into it. But
You're telling me he's not great. He's not a great player.
okay, we'll just do it. We'll just do it. I don't think he's ever gonna win another championship with the way he plays. Right now, he's getting into like he needs to be traded unless you're just like, yeah, we gotta stay loyal. Then that's fine. But like otherwise, he needs to be traded because it's like it's getting to the Shaq and the Phoenix Suns era where it's like, especially not as a first option, and I don't know if he knows how to play as a second option. So you're better off trading him and getting as much shit as you can. I was seeing some trade options for trade him to OKC, which it's like I personally would love that because I think it would make OKC worse. And also you would then the Bucks because like if you can't trade it to like I think Portland is the one that has most of your draft picks. Try to trade it to a team and get like a solid, good young player you can try to build around, and then some other draft picks that you can fill in the gaps with. Because unless you go to Portland where you can get your picks back so you can tank proper. Because yeah, I just don't think with Giannis, you can win anymore. His body is kind of showing that it's like, oh yeah, he's turns out he's a fucking human and running in to other giant humans for what, 12 years,
Mm.
it takes a toll on your body. And you can't, like he's gonna play like 60 games, and at the same time, he can't do it as well as he used to. And these new younger guys are just doing shit better, and it's gonna wear on him more and more. So yeah,
It'd be crazy if he went to Portland and then he and Dame just went on like a tear, like it could have happened in Milwaukee, but didn't.
yeah, dude. Speaking of stupid things that could have happened but didn't because of one person, fucking Doc Rivers might have another job. Did you hear about this rumor?
No.
The Dallas Mavericks are like, get out of here, Jason Kidd. They're like, come to daddy, Doc.
If that happens, that will just solidify that that organization has made the worst decisions out of any
Yeah.
team in a hot minute.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be so weird if it did happen because, like, I think Masai Ujiri is pretty overrated as a head office guy, but he still seems smarter than that.
I guess time will tell.
I mean, because he didn't make the Luca trade, he didn't, do any of that stuff. So you'd think he'd be smarter.
Yeah. Do you think the off season's going to be kind of crazy?
Probably not as crazy as we want it to be.
Yeah.
Because it's like with the way the cap stuff is now, that's like a big thing. I was kind of looking at the other day too. It's like it's so weird how these fucking shitty, not shitty, but like very mid role players get fucking just huge ass like King's ransom hauls. Like no reason they should have gave up 3 picks for Zubac. There's no reason they should have gave up like what 5 picks for fucking Desmond Bain.
Hmm.
And then like Trey Young, it's like a very protected 1 round pick and some fucking old guys. It's like what?
Right. Yeah, fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's like a thing I'm worried about for you as a fan was like with Giannis, with the way the cap is, they'll be like we'll give you some jelly beans, 2 protected picks, and this old guy that we overpaid. And that's, all that they can offer.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what the like fucking Miami Heat are all the offers that they can do.
Yeah. And they went from like they were in it for a couple of years to just no one talks about it anymore.
Well, I think the thing is, this is just my opinion, is they would let like they could let Jimmy coast, and they were about the same level of team during the regular season when Jimmy was there, and then now, and then like as soon as the playoffs or the other thing, the play in tournament would happen, Jimmy's like, well, I'm in. And then, he actually tries and wins them games and stuff. And he's pretty well rested because wasn't trying the whole season, you know. And then now it's like, we don't have that. It's like, I don't think Andrew Wiggins has that dog in him.
But what about Bam and Tyler Hero?
Yeah, I've never been a fan of either of them. I think Bam is so overrated. Like that's the thing. It's like people are talking about like, oh, Bam and Giannis are gonna be so good. It's like, yeah, maybe in the '90s when floor spacing wasn't a thing, but holy shit, that's gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
It's like all you need for Giannis is you need some like 1 or 2 good playmakers, like solid playmakers, and then shooters, guys that can make baskets, and then you just need the fucking Rhino Giannis just plowing in and doing what he needs to do.
Like what
I
they
guess
had when they
the
won the championship.
exactly, dude. There was a thing where I guess the Bucks were like, we want all like to the Cavs. They're like, we want all of your picks and Evan Mobley, and they turned it down. But I'm like, maybe after the Knicks sweep them, you'll be able to root for Donnie and Giannis at the same time, and Harden.
I mean, honestly, just for my sake and my sake only, I think that'd be pretty fun.
I just I just don't think again, James Harden the way he plays as like there would be the third option as the third option you're ever winning a championship with him
I didn't say they'd win.
because
I
he's
said
showing
for
right now,
Jake,
huh?
I said I didn't say they'd
Yeah,
win. It'd just be fun to watch.
yeah.
My
I
my
think,
two favorite players.
and let's be honest, I know you don't like him, and fair enough, but James Harden's playmaking with Giannis, it could be next level.
Maybe. I mean, I've cooled on
Like
James. Like I think he's dumb, but I'm just like, whatever.
the lobs alone though
Hmm.
would be fucking fun. I mean, if James Harden can make Zubac's worth fucking 3 draft picks and then like a young good player. Just think what he could do for Giannis.
True. Maybe they'd surprise you. Maybe they would win.
Maybe. I mean, it would be quite the surprise with the way James Harden is playing in the playoffs right now.
Let's do our episode. We've been
All
rambling
right.
long enough.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Two Worlds podcast. I'm Jake, and with me, as always, is the question to my Batwoman. It's Casey. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much, my scissor sister. What's up with you?
Wasn't expecting you to say Scissor Sister. No comments today, so we'll just get right into the news. Would you like to
All right.
go first?
Yeah, I'll do my one bit. We're getting another Godzilla Monster Piece theater. This one is going to be a War of the Worlds. It's called Roar of the Worlds. Kyle Baker will be doing this one. The backup story is going to be still Robin Hood. So, yeah, should be hopefully fun. Better than Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
Godzilla
I
fighting
think that
aliens.
one will
Yeah,
sell very well.
yeah. I think that one and the Odyssey one.
Yeah. This is random, by the way, but have you seen the movie Event Horizon?
No.
Okay. So it's like a 1997 sci-fi horror movie. Um, Sam Neill is like the lead, and there's like some other people in it, like Lawrence Fishburne's in it, Jason Isaacs, a couple other people. And there's a comic, well, then now there's two comics out on it. Um, and so one of my regulars, when he was in a couple weeks ago, was talking about it because he really liked it. And I didn't know it was a movie. I thought it was a book. So I was like, oh, this is based on the book, right? He's like, no, it's a movie. And he couldn't believe I hadn't seen it. So next time he came in, he lent me his copy to watch. So I watched it the other day, and it was pretty good. Like the special effects are definitely 1997,
Yeah.
but for like a creepy sci-fi, like everything happening on a space station movie, pretty solid movie. So
Nice.
yeah, if
You
you
gonna
ever
check
need
out the
something
comic
like
now?
that, no, I don't think I need to.
I gotcha.
Um, but like it was just an entertaining movie to watch.
Right
Um,
on.
but yeah, just anyway, I thought I'd bring it up because sometimes we bring up like 80s
Yeah.
and 90s, older shit like that.
Hell
So
yeah.
anyway, okay. So all of my shit is comic book related. Since we didn't have much news, I thought I'd bring up the bestseller list for the week. For some reason, instead of a top 10, they went with top 11, and I'm not sure why. So we'll just go
Probably a
through.
tie.
Well, yeah, I guess that would make sense. All right, so 11 and 10, it's Deathstroke and Fantastic Four. And then we go Punisher, Odin, Absolute Batman, Lobo, Absolute Flash, Ultimate Impact, ASM, Battle Beast, and then Green Arrow. So I'm guessing they're combining the last 2 weeks because some of those were definitely out last week.
Yeah.
Um, I thought it was pretty interesting that Battle Beast is up to number 9 and it's the number 2 best-selling issue on that list. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Yeah. The Amazon bump. Just think if they would have been coming out with random boys stuff right now.
Yeah, so that show's over now, right?
Thankfully, but we got more spinoffs a coming.
Okay. Well, the Dynamite is putting out some fucking blind bag because of course they are, but they're calling it the Bloody Blind Bag. So I don't know if it's going to be like a reprint of Boys Number One with like a bunch of different bloody variant covers or something like
Yeah.
that. But it's like, why is this coming out after the show is done? Like
Who knows?
sometimes the timing of these publishers just makes no fucking sense to me.
Yeah. Maybe when like how soon does it come out? Because they just released the trailer for Vought Rising, which is their like one of their two spinoffs that they're gonna have. So could be for that one.
Um,
Man, this last season of The Boys really fucking sucked. Like it's been getting worse since season three, but this one was real bad.
well, it was supposed to come out like 2 weeks ago, but I know it never did because I didn't get any, so it must have been bumped. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, I haven't watched I think since season 3. Um,
So if it got bumped though, then it because the last episode just came out. So it might have just been, it might have been trying. It just didn't work out.
yeah, that could be. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked what I watched. It's just kind of a buzzkill, and I just didn't really care to keep up with it anymore because it
Yeah,
kept making me not feel very good.
I get that. It's one of those things with this season too. It's like I think it was 9 episodes, and it felt like 5 of them were just being like, "Hey, guys, guess what? There's a new show coming out soon." And it was like, and like they promised a lot of stuff for this last season. So much of it was just them talking about the next show coming out instead of delivering on their promises. And then like what we got was, kind of sucked. They brought Soldier Boy back just for Vought Rising, and then it's like this isn't the same. So like the way he's acting is not the same as he was in season three at all. And and just yeah, wasn't very good.
So let's go ahead and say spoilers for the boys here, because I'm going to
All right.
ask Casey about it, because I'm not going to watch it. So if you don't want to know what happens in the finale of the boys, look at our timestamps and skip ahead. How's it end?
Okay, so they found out like Soldier Boy comes back and he's like, they made this poison that could kill all the soups, and they tried it on Soldier Boy. He doesn't kill him. Turns out he's got V1, which was the original V that was created, and he can't die. Like he's immortal. So it's like, well, Stormfront was the first person that ever had any V done, and she's dead. And they're like, well, let's just ignore that. And then also Jensen Ackles, his Soldier Boy is fucking super in love with Stormfront, and he's like, you know, I may think my son's weird, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do stuff for her because this is what she would have wanted. And he gets the a V1 and gives it to old Homelander so he can become immortal. And Homelander's acting like he's like all power, like way tougher now. And then like three more episodes of just filler. They figure out like, oh, we can since Kimiko is always heals, we'll shoot her full of radiation so she can do the get rid of your powers MacGuffin that Soldier Boy has, and so does that. The episode before the last, Homelander kills Frenchie, so Kimiko's extra upset. So Kimiko and Butcher go to fight Homelander because he Butcher's got powers now. That happened the last season, and they go to fight Homelander. And Kimiko does their Homelander's about to run away, which is like he's got the superpowers, but whatever, he's having to run away from the two of them. Okay. Then the Homelander's son stops them, starts fighting, and joins in on the fight, and then Kimiko does the thing, and Homelander doesn't have powers anymore. And so then he throws a punch at Butcher, and Butcher knows how to fight and all that, and he just beats the shit out of him. And then there's a video going around now where Homelander offers to suck Billy's dick, and he just shit on live TV, and then Butcher just stabs him in the head with a crowbar and kills him. And then after that, he's gonna like release his toxin or whatever, and Huey shoots him and kills him. And then they all like it kind of show there's like a montage of all their different shit, and that's about it.
He kills Butcher?
Yeah,
Why?
because he's gonna release the toxin that's gonna kill all the soups. And Huey's like, Starlight's a soup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's just it wasn't very good. Like I mean, you kind of knew Butcher was gonna die from the beginning because that's what happens in the comic. That's fine, and you knew Huey was gonna be the one that does it. All that's fine. It's just all of the build up, all the other stuff that they did was just kind of dog shit.
Sure. Okay. Well, now I know.
Yeah. And Vought Rising comes out soon because they made sure you knew about that multiple times. They're like they didn't say there's gonna be a prequel, but they're like, look at this new character that we're just now talking about introducing. It's gonna be really interesting to get more of his backstory, right? They kind of wink at the camera.
Do they actually?
No.
Okay, maybe they do. I don't know. Hmm. All right.
Let us know down below though, guys. Did you watch The Boys and did you like it? Are you like me and you thought after season three it fell off pretty fucking hard?
So like do any of the other like who else dies? Like does the octopus fucker make it through the show? Does the guy that's in the all black suit that doesn't talk, does he make it through?
Okay, so if you remember in season three, Homelander kills Black Noir.
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay.
So
So he killed Black Noir. Season four, we get a new Black Noir. A Train betrayed him in season four towards the end, and then, or I don't remember when, but he betrays them, and he's on the run at this one, and then he gets killed in like first episode this season. Black Noir and the Deep were buddies, but they kind of like are feuding back and forth. And the Deep killed Black Noir's acting friend, and so that made Black Noir like destroy like a oil pipeline and kill a bunch of Deep's friends. And so then the Deep just fucking kills them, which is like Black Noir, bulletproof, okay? Can't be, bullets don't hurt him. The Deep wraps a fucking auxiliary cord around his neck and then stabs him with a knife. It's like, bullets, those are too much, but a recording cable and a knife, that'll do it. But then
well, I mean, a knife goes through Kevlar.
still, it's pretty fucking stupid. And then this is like one of the things where I think like the fans of the show are smarter than the writers, but like all of the fish are now like saying fuck you to the Deep because he was like doing a lot of PR for the oil. But then like a lot of people are like, we think the Deep is actually schizophrenic and he can't actually talk to fish, he can just control them. And so then like he's in his own head is making the fish all be mad at him, but then like Starlight fights the Deep, she shoots him, he lands in water, and then the fucking all the fish start swarming him, and then like they just attack him, and then like the octopus that was his the one that he fucked, the octopus's sister is the one that or brother or whatever fucking kills him, which is like again he's bulletproof and somehow an octopus's tentacle goes through him unless it went up his butt and out of his mouth, and then that I'm like okay, that makes more sense with how the other ones have died, but whatever.
Okay.
It's just not a very good show. But again, let us know down below. Am I wrong? Should Jake watch it?
He's not
Let us
gonna.
know.
All right, let's talk about some new comics coming out. Um, we're getting a Punisher versus Spider-Man 5-issue series by Dan Abnett, with art by Matteo Delafonte.
Wonder what's coming
Um,
out that's making them do that.
I don't know. No idea. Maybe a movie. We'll never know. And then the other thing was a new Miles comic. I feel like it's been, I don't know, maybe a year or so since we've had a
Hmm.
Miles book. This one's going to be by Brian Hill. Casey, I believe you read all of Brian Hill's Batman and the Outsiders? Question mark.
Probably a good chunk of it.
Yeah. Um, and then I think he wrote like that last Black Lightning series, and he wrote that Blade book that you and I really dug.
Yeah. My
Um,
my question, instead of doing like, basically Miles Morales Spider-Man, they have so many different Spider-Man books that they don't really do a lot with, or there's no real point for. But like, why not just do Spectacular Spider-Man? And that's Miles's book.
well, unfortunately, Spectacular Spider-Man 1 came out like a week or two ago, and it's another Peter book that who's writing that? Hickman maybe is writing?
I mean, but I'm just saying, like,
I
instead of
get
just,
it. I
yeah,
get it. I'm just telling you, they've already,
yeah,
exhausted
because
that option.
and well, wasn't there another one that he used to have too back in the day? Or it's a
Miles?
Web of Spider-Man,
Oh yeah.
the Web of
Yeah.
Spider-Man with Miles.
Um, what? I don't think Miles had Web. Web was
Well, I know,
another.
I meant that was another Peter Parker book. It's
Oh,
like I'm
but you,
saying use
yeah.
that name instead of just being like Miles Morales Spider-Man, because
Hmm.
that's what I think would just make more sense.
Yeah. I agree with you, but I don't know. They're not going to do
I know.
that. And then we're going to get a 4-issue miniseries that's Spider-Man and Hulk, Fire and Brimstone.
That's a weird. Why
Um,
would you do a Spider-Man Hulk crossover? Is there a movie or something coming out?
I don't think this one has anything to do with it though, because this is written by Kevin Smith and Andy McElfresh with art by RB Silva. Um, High octane adventure for Spider-Man and Hulk. It's nonstop action, side-splitting quips, and the exorcism of Bruce Banner? Question mark.
Doesn't Kevin Smith need to be working on Batman right now, the bastard?
Just imagine that we're coming out
Just imagine if this is how he ends it.
in this other book.
Yeah, this Marvel book. It's just like, oh yeah, Peter's reading whatever he calls the third one. And it's like, I can't believe Onomatopoeia did this.
Well, at least we would get an answer, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's it for the Marvel side, and then one for the DC side. We're getting more Batman and Robin by Mark Waid and Chris Samney. Um, that's just going to be more early adventure stuff, but after the events of, year one that they just wrapped up. So Pretty exciting, honestly. I think it's the most exciting of those announcements because we both really liked year one.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed because when I saw we're getting more Batman and Robin by those two, I was like in my head going, it'd be really cool if it was like a year one of Batman and Robin, but Jason Todd by those two.
Yeah,
And then we did like wait another year, and then we did a year one of Tim Drake, and then like do it that way. I think that would have been really cool, but this will still be good.
you're not the only one to think that because on Chris's announcement, I saw like the top voted comment was somebody saying that, like, "Oh,
Oh,
wish you're
okay.
doing year one for Jason," and and just doing all the Robins. But
Where would the cutoff be? Because I know Stephanie's not getting a year one because it would have to be like month one. But
dude, she was only in like four issues and just
I
made
know.
hour one.
So, but like, would they do a Damien year one? Since like it feels like that. I
No.
mean, that was still when we were in what high school,
Mm-mm.
maybe middle school when that happened. So that's a long ass time ago at this point.
Nah, I would say probably just up through 10.
Yeah.
But
Let us know down below though.
I wouldn't mind if, I don't know, just do like how the New 52 did with Batman and Robin. Like it could just be Batman and Batgirl or Batman spoiler. And just
Yeah.
give us an issue or something.
Yeah. I mean, that would be cool too. Really, with that creative team, I'd take about anything unless it was like instead of like this time we're taking some time off, we're gonna go Harper Row and Duke. I like Duke, but man,
Yeah,
like at least he's doing more than Harper Row.
yeah. Well, he's technically in a book right now.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. So I saw a tweet. I'm not gonna pull it up, but I took a note in my notepad about it. So I was like, well, I'll share this with old Jakey Poo about it. So someone was like, they're here, like they just posted a picture of like the different Tynan created characters. I know Harper Row wasn't a Tynan created character, but the Tynan original characters that will probably never come back. And it was like Punchline, which I'm like, oof, our girl. But I have a feeling she'll be back.
I forgot
She's
that
like
he
the
made her.
yeah. Then Ghostmaker. I'll be surprised if we see Ghostmaker again anytime soon.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, I didn't mind Ghostmaker.
I didn't mind him, but that is still someone that I'm like they tried really hard, and now I have a feeling like several years from now someone will be like, like dust off stuff like, oh, this Ghostmaker's pretty neat. Let's toss him in as this one character for a Bat book.
He probably looked the coolest out of
Yeah.
all of them.
Well, I mean, let's just be honest. Every single one of these designs, pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, even Punchline looks great. It's just
Yeah.
she wasn't great.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, anymore, I'm like, my stars and guard. She's just so fantastic. And then Clown Hunter.
Mm,
Never seen him again. There's
yeah,
just, yeah, he's done.
didn't mind him
Miracle.
either.
No, I thought he was really cool, and I remember him. Miracle Molly. I remember she looked cool,
Mm,
but I don't remember anything about her. She's very forgettable, just like the
yeah.
next two.
Well, it's just that was when like the GCPD was using robots and shit to like prevent
Yeah,
crime and she was part of that group that accidentally helped but didn't want to.
yeah. And she like had body modifications. I could see her
Mm,
coming back too, but again, be way down the line. The designer never coming back. I forgot all about the designer too, but his design is really cool.
yeah.
And then the underbroker, never coming back. We're never seeing the underbroker again.
No. No. I don't even think somebody blows the dust off of the underbroker and it's like,
No.
hmm.
Or the designer. I think those two are for sure done. I think Clown Hunter could pop up in like a fucking Harley Quinn book or something, but that's about it. Yeah, I think
All of these characters, like, well, not all of them. A lot of those characters are like, hey, they're bringing back Legends of the Dark Knight, and each one of these
Yeah.
guys gets their 3 issues, you know.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
And I think they really missed the mark too with Clown Hunter. If like they had been like, we need to do another Jason book for like a issue miniseries and have Clown Hunter be his person,
Oh yeah,
that would have been awesome.
yeah.
So,
That's a great pairing. Honestly, I love
yeah.
that idea.
So let us know down below which Tynan character you miss
Yeah.
and which one should we cosplay. Should Jake be Miracle Molly? Should I be Miracle Molly? Which one's going to be Punchline? Because I know those are the choices.
All right, man. Well, hey, what did you read this week?
I read Seven Wives. So that's like six too many. Issue one, Death, Fight Forever, issue four, Imperial Guardians, issue three, G.I. Joe, issue 22, Deadly Hands of Kunlun, issue four, Deathstroke, The Terminator, issue three, and Absolute Green Arrow, issue one. What about you, buddy?
Absolute Green Arrow, Nightwing, End of Life, Batwoman, Deathstroke, Mum-Ra, Odin, Dark Souls, Moonstar.
You have more than me this week, buddy.
Yeah, what else is new? I don't know why I said
Uh,
that so snarky. It was
I
uncalled
know.
for.
It really was. It kind of hurt my feelings.
I apologize.
It's okay. I got a game set up for us today, though.
I cannot wait. All right. I will start with Moonstar, #3 by Ashley Allen and Eduardo Ondino. What's up, kitty cat? Um, this one was fun. Definitely a strong entry here. It's a lot of like stuff happening inside of her mind due to the cursed sword, which was pretty cool. Um, but because Danny's an empath, she was able to also kind of get inside the sword's head, if you will. And then it ends with a cliche like she's going to have to choose between her parents or the world, and what will happen, which will she choose? So that I thought was just a little bit lame because we get that so often, but I still like this book a lot and I'm interested where it goes. So I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Joyce.
And
I'm
it, are
gonna.
are you talking about GI Joe next or something different?
No, G.I. Joe will probably be my last of the ones I read before the Miuchis. So
Then while you talk about this next one, I'm going to get some water.
I guess what I talk about doesn't matter to you. Seven
Obviously.
Wives,
Be right
issue
back.
one, by Zoe Tunnel and V. Gagnon. So yeah, it starts off like the little preview that I had did where the guy gets murdered. They interviewed the different wives. Um, he's got them all different ages. Got the older one and some of the other younger one and all that type of stuff. And the youngest is 18. Then yeah, the two different detectives, one of them she's more like worried about, the other one's kind of like, ah, this is pretty dumb. Showing the different like kind of cult like vibes that's going on here. And yeah, there's a kind of a reveal at the end, which, the big sister wife reveal and whatnot. We'll see how it goes. I'm into it. I don't love it, but it's still, not too bad. And it's a girthy book. That's one thing that I appreciate. This is a big book for $5, but there's a lot of stuff like this. If this was a Marvel $5, it'd be like a quarter of the size with 80 ads, and there's not very many ads in here either. So I respect that. So I'll probably say a 7.
Okay. Dark Souls, Mother of Mourning, #4 by George Mann and Mon House on the artwork. Final issue. It was pretty cool. So like this whole thing is this order of knights is there to protect and revive the Mother of Mourning. And when they do that, what they actually do is reawaken like a centuries old monster that just fucking kills them all. Like nobody survives it at the end of this, which I actually kind of thought was cool. They were like, "Oh shit, we had it wrong. Our whole order was actually to make sure she never came back to life, and so much time has passed that that has been jumbled, and we got it wrong." And yeah, this horrible, terrifying monster comes back, kills everyone, saves the main character for last, and just walks off out into the world. And that's how it ends. I was like, damn, pretty
Nice.
intense. But it was pretty cool and I liked it. And the artwork's really good. So I'm going to give it a 9. Definitely one of the better
Nice.
Dark Souls minis that I've read.
Does it make you want to play the game?
It does, but I'm just so bad at it. They're
I mean,
great games, but I'm so bad at them.
I think that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Death. Fight Forever. This is by Andrew McLean, and chapters 1 and 2 are by Alex Zirett, and Al Gofa does chapter 3, and then Sam McKenzie is chapter 4, and then our Papa, Erwin Papa, is chapter 5. I like the art throughout this. Just the whole thing. It's fun. Well, look, it's a little fun, kind of hectic thing. Lots of action, lots of murder, and there's a weird priesty guy, and then um the tiger shows back up in this issue. He's in a helicopter and all that, and it ends with them kind of GI Joeing it up, where they're sitting around drinking beers, ready to do the last fight. It feels like a video game, like the priest guy felt like a boss guy and all that type of stuff, and it's fun. It is what it is. I enjoyed it. Probably an 8.5 for it.
Okay. Glad you're still digging it. Okay. Odin, number 1. It's written by Marguerite Bennett and James Tynan with art by Letizia Cadanici. This book was fucking crazy. I honestly think that you would like it a lot, Casey, but it's basically this journalist going undercover in this neo-Nazi group um, who think that they're like going to travel to the fatherland and resurrect a Norse god. And they like get out there in like the snowy wilderness and uh, drink some mead that one of them claims is like magic mead. And they just go on this crazy fucking, I'm assuming acid trip or like mushroom trip because
Hmm.
they think they're like being sustained by this deer. And when they come out of it, it turns out they've been killing and eating one of them that was traveling with them the whole time. And it obviously like fucks them all up and shit. And then their leader realizes that their satellite like radio slash phone got broke during their trip. And so now they're just stranded out in the Norse wilderness, and that's how that first issue ends. It was a crazy fucking issue, but it was pretty dope, honestly. So
Nice.
I'm gonna give it a 9, and I'm definitely gonna stick with this one.
Pick of the week.
Uh no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I think we might have the same one. Imperial Guardians issue 3 by Dan Abnett and Marcelo Ferreira on the art. So they're trying to rescue this a horse mathematician that made this thing, and other people want to get him. And Amadeus is like, the horse mathematician. I love this guy because he's a big old nerd and all that stuff, and it's pretty solid. It's not great, but the Shi'ar Imperial guys show up. Luckily for our heroes, Gladiator isn't with them. And then it ends with them like they they wipe the horse guy's brain for the last year, and so it does, nothing matters and all that stuff, and they win that way. So it's perfectly fine. Nothing to write home about. Like it's a letdown in the way of like, oh, it's a cosmic Dan Abnett book. It's a letdown in that sense, but overall it's fine time.
Okay. Mum Ra, the Ever Living, #2 by Declan Shalvey and Rafa Labosco. It's fine. It's we just get more of how Mum Ra gets turned into the being that we know him as in Thundercats. And there's a bit of a cliffhanger at the end involving the Thundercats. So yeah, I mean it's pretty neat. I think it got a little bit better from the first issue and will probably be even better next issue if I think what is going to happen does happen. So I'll give it a 7.5. It was fine.
Nice. All right. Deadly Hands of Kunlun. This is by Yifan Jiang with art by Paco Medina and Alessandro Maricolo on the art. And if you like Lin Line, this is a nice issue. I mean, this whole series is pretty solid if you like him because it's like it's wild to think DC can't keep anything going with Damian, where it's like all of his character development that he gets all the time. They're like, back to square one. This guy, it's been like 5 books over like a pretty good span of, and they're continuing his story. So like I'm here for it. I like it. I'm a fan of this character. So we get more stuff with him, and then Danny finally shows up, does some awesome shit for like a couple pages, and then it goes back to a Lin Lai book. Like that's the one downside. It's like, yeah, I get that it's a Lin Lai book, but it's like all this build up for Danny to for the next issue being the big fight. It seems like it's gonna be Lin Lai versus his brother. Again, I get it, but man, maybe instead of Karnak earlier, we could have just got Danny sooner. But no, this is good. I'm gonna go 8.5.
Okay. I might read it in trade. It just kind of lost me when I'm reading so much other stuff.
Yeah, and then honestly, like the first 3 issues were less good than these last two. So
Yeah. Okay. Batwoman 3 by Greg Rucka and Danny. This was the best one of the series so far. Um, it's still like I wish the pace were a little bit faster in this book, but that's fine. Uh, I think Batman will be getting involved a little bit just because Kate is kind of going off the deep end in this book. And spoiler alert, she runs into Renee at the end
mm.
of this and then appears to like lure her in with a kiss just to stab her in the gut and then she just jumps out the window and that's how it ends. So it's like what's going on with you, Kate? Yeah.
So that would be a question alert. If it was Stephanie Brown, it would be spoiler alert.
Yes, that is correct. I'll give you that one.
Boom.
So yeah, like before I read this, I was like, if this one's still not very good, I'm probably gonna drop it. But at this point, I do kind of want to know what happens and why she's going so crazy pants. So I'll keep going. I'll give it a 7.
Nice. You know, I just realized I don't know if it was announced, but we didn't talk about the Teen Titans book coming out too that you're excited about.
Yes. So that book is already 2 issues in.
Oh, okay, my bad.
They've just been like slowly adding to the roster.
I gotcha.
But we certainly should talk about it. It was announced this week that the next and I think final addition to the new Titans that just started up is Static, which is very exciting for me. So it was like what Terra, Cyborg, Wonder Girl, Stephanie Brown,
Kid Devil was there.
Static, Kid Devil. Yeah, Kid Devil, I'm not really familiar with, to be honest.
Read the Jeff Johns run of Teen Titans.
For fuck's sake, at this point, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, because I'm assuming he showed up first in Blue Devil because he's Blue Devil's sidekick. So I'm assuming he popped up in like a Blue Devil and then changed up even more from that. So they do a whole backstory on why he's an actual devil now, though.
Gotcha. He looks cool. I was just like, that looks like if Blue Devil were a kid and red.
Yeah, him and your girl Rose were kind of an item, and by that I mean he really wanted her, and she was like, "I'm gonna try to bang Tim Drake," while he's dealing with the loss of his best friend and really confused feelings about Super Wonder Girl. So,
Yeah, why not?
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I need to read those two issues this week. I've been reading a lot of, I told this to Casey, I've been reading a lot of older stuff. I read like the first 10 issues of the 1999 Hour Man book um, earlier this week. So that's been pretty fun. And
How
I've
many
got
issues is that?
25.
Okay.
Ran a lot longer than you might have thought it would.
Yeah,
But
right.
and three of them that I'm dealing with right now are the DC 1 million tie-ins, like 11 through 13 is that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's like I'm kind of forcing myself through because I don't really give a shit about Justice League 1 million, which is what it heavily focuses on.
Yeah.
But the writer does a pretty good job of splitting the time between Our Man dealing with that and then Snapper and Beth dealing with whatever they're doing. And like, do you remember Day of Judgment? That
It
was
sounds familiar, but probably not.
it was a late 90s DC event where like demons invade. Anyway,
Yeah.
there was a tie-in issue for Day of Judgment, and this book reminds me a lot of the Doctor Fate book that I like by J.M.D. Mateus because like Tom Pyre or Paye, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, was just like, oh yeah, one of the demons that invaded during Day of Judgment, uh, they're gonna make him friendly, and now he's just part of the group. so, so there's this demon who's like obsessed with with coffee. So they're like keeping him under control with by promising it's like Scooby Snacks by promising
Yeah.
him coffee drinks and it's just a bit of fun, you know? It's just a bit of fun.
And fun fact, you can do the same thing to Jake.
It's true. It's so
Like
true.
he's getting more coffee snobbish, but I think it'd still work. I mean, just don't toss that instant microwave bullshit at him.
Yeah, because I'll know.
Okay,
Anyway,
Oh, go ahead.
nope, that's it. I was gonna say
All right.
anyway. Let's continue.
All right. G.I. Joe issue 22 by Joshua Williamson and Andrea Milana on the art. Basically, Cobra Commander, who knows Deathstroke tried to kill him, is like, hey, Deathstroke, go do go do this mission. And then we get some like risk flashbacks where he's, freaking out. They go to this place. It's like a team. I think Night Stalker's the other one. It's Night Stalker, Risk, and Baroness. They're going to this place to find Energon. Then Destro, the girl that's in love with Destro, and Destro's beefcake henchmen are all there, and they're both like, "Ah, you've been making noises to scare us," and then they're like, "No, you've been doing that to us," and it turns out there's maybe ghosts here, and this tentacle monster carries people away, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm reading this type of book," um, and it turns out it's this guy. See if it gives us his name. Um, there's this guy. He's like, you didn't, my dietary. I don't know. He's some scientist. It's like, my dire tech. It's probably someone that I just don't remember. So yeah, he's there and he's the one doing all this crazy shit. So I'm still into it. This is a good book. I enjoy this book. It's better than last issue. Probably an 8.5 for me. And now it's time to play. Which one is the fake G.I. Joe? We need to come up with a better name for it, guys. But so we have Cesspool, landfill, the fridge, and hit and run.
God, it could be any of them.
Let
Rapid
us know,
fire one
guys.
more time.
Okay, let us know down below, guys. Your guess. Sink the guesses in. We got cesspool, landfill, the fridge, and hit and run.
Initially, I want to say the fridge, but that's like so out there that I feel like it's one of them. So I'm gonna say cesspool. Final answer.
Okay, so cesspool is this fucker.
Okay, of
You have a
course.
second guess?
It's not the fridge. I'm going landfill.
It is landfill.
Okay.
So here's hit and run, kind of lame looking, but the
Yeah.
fridge. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say right now, Jake, the fridge is your favorite G.I. Joe
Okay.
because it is William the Refrigerator Perry.
What? He's a GI Joe?
Apparently, I every time I Google like weird GI Joes and someone's like the fridge, so I just typed in the fridge GI Joe and it's William the Refrigerator Perry. Sure enough, just like they got Sergeant Slaughter.
Well, you're right. I have to say he's my favorite. Chicago Bears legend.
I think he was at WrestleMania one year, or like maybe not WrestleMania, but he was in a WWE ring at one point for a
Really?
pay-per-view. Yeah,
I gotta look this up.
yeah. You need to look up to how like how much one of his toys, the fridge GI Joe toys cost. Because if it's like cheap, which it probably isn't, because it's GI Joe, be pretty fun to have.
It was WrestleMania.
Okay. Was it like a
Uh,
battle royal?
yeah.
All right, because like one time, I think it was Lawrence Taylor. He was in a main event at WrestleMania with against Bam Bam Bigelow, and I guess like he won, but everyone's like, yeah, Bam Bam carried the match, which is like, you know, they're I think they give him a nice payday for it because I don't think football turns out someone that's a football player that's never trained in pro wrestling doesn't really know what they're doing out there. Who knew, Vince? But
So it looks like it was a WWE superstar and NFL player battle royal, joining the likes of Bret Hitman Hart, Bruno
San Martino.
Sammartino, the Iron Sheik, and Andre the Giant over several football players. Many didn't think the football players would stand a chance. And then to win, it looks like who's Stud? Big John
Big John
Stud
Stud.
had Fridge down, and Fridge was playing like he was extending his hand to acknowledge the better man, and then whoop, pulled him over the side and
Oh, that
eliminated him,
rascal.
and then they won. So
Nice.
there you go.
Okay, okay, we need a poll for this episode. Changing Jake's name to Big Jake Stud.
That's hilarious. I
Just
gotta.
let us know down below. Should Big Jake Stud be his new nickname?
Well, if I grew out a beard and a mullet and put on 150 pounds, I'd look like this guy.
I mean, I think it'd be more than 150 pounds if we're being honest. He's a big old boy.
Oh, that's funny.
It's so funny because like I guess I don't never watch any of the actual storytelling, but I think like they'd always try to put him against Andre the Giant. And it's like because he's also a big guy too, but it's like fucking going against Andre the Giant. It looks like they should call him regular size stud whenever he's going against
I'm gonna say,
Andre,
dude, nobody looks big next to Andre.
right?
So before I continue on, I've got a farming question that popped into
Okay.
my head while you were talking about G.I. Joe. Where do straw and hay come from? Do you just grow hay and is
Mhm.
straw just dried something else?
Yeah, it's like alfalfa is usually and they dry it out and you go over it, you cut it, and then you get a hay rake and that kind of fluffs it up, and then you go over it with your baler and you bale it up.
Okay. So like all straw is dried alfalfa.
Pretty sure I get straw and hay mixed up all the fucking time. But yeah.
Okay. I mean, I know hay is for feeding and straw is for bedding. So like I get the difference, but I was
See,
just
I
like,
don't even know that much. So, because we don't have animals ever.
right.
But so if you want to go with like just bedding, then you can also say like because a lot of people around us that have cattle, they'll just go over their cornfields, like the corn stalks after they picked everything, and chop it all up, and then they hit that with a hay rake and baler, and they bale it up, and they get, that's why sometimes when you go past like a cornfield, you'll see the big bales of, bedding, and
Hmm.
that's just corn stalk then.
Okay. Cool. Well, thanks.
You're welcome, bud.
All right. And after that brief farming interlude, next up for me is End of Life number 4. My cats are currently reenacting WrestleMania as we speak. I don't know if you can hear
Nice.
it, if the mic's picking it up, but all right. This is by Kyle Starks and Steve Pugh. And man, I like this issue a lot. I think this is the best issue yet. And I feel like I've maybe said that with each issue, but it's just really fucking good. And I'll talk about one funny part. So, like, the main character, Eddie, he obviously can't tell all these people in this small town where his dad lives that he's a hitman. And so Eddie's dad has been telling everybody uh that he artificially impregnates horses for a living. And
Nice.
so that's like a joke that gets sprinkled in from time to time.
Hmm.
Well, the other hitmen that are after Eddie come to town and they're threatening the lady and her son that run the gas station. And Eddie's like, should I just fucking leave? Should I, like, these people mean nothing to me, blah, blah, blah. And then the girl he's crushing on is like, someone's got to help him. And he's like, fuck, fine, I'll go help. She's like, but what are you gonna do? He's like, I'm gonna go do my job. And he walks off. And she's like, artificially impregnate a horse? And I just love it. I love
That's
it.
so
Kyle
funny.
Kyle Starks is really fucking funny. And it shows all the time in this book. Yeah, and something else big happens, but I don't want to spoil it just because I know that there are people that are reading this. Um, but it's very good. I'm gonna give it like a 9 or a 9.5. It's still not pick of the week, but it's real fucking close.
Nice. Well, I just got our meat cheese, bud. And somebody's
All right.
thirsty.
I'm so thirsty. I'll talk about Nightwing real quick. Nightwing 138 by Dan Waters and Dennis Cowan. It's good. I like the artwork. Um, Basically, some guy has a farm like kind of near the highway where the last couple issues have been revolving around. And something's like killing and messing with his cattle. And so Nightwing goes out there to look into it, and uh, it turns out it's a an alien, a scion. And I didn't know this. Maybe you do because you read some like Teen Titans stuff. But Starfire shows up. Dick asked her to because the scions like I guess captured and tortured Corey at one point. They're like aliens with Tamaran or aliens, adversaries with Tamaran.
Hmm.
So Corey kind of deals with it because sorry, Dick's not really fit to fight, big tough aliens that much. And Starfire is also kind of there to talk Dick through life because he's not sleeping and eating and he's still beating himself up over that the car crash that happened a few issues back. So anyway, all that happens, some character moment stuff, and then it cuts to the witch that caused the car crash, and it just shows her getting into some other guy's car and them driving off. So it was pretty cool. I think it's the best issue yet of this particular arc involving the witch. Uh, it's always fun to see, Dick and Starfire interact. And I really like Vince Count's art. So I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Nice. Every time I tried to pull up a picture of it, but I just didn't have enough time. But every time you were talking about the Scion, it just made me think of the car from, you know, mid 2000s. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, a Scion XB just fucking tortured Starfire.
I wish it were spelled the same. Unfortunately, it's not.
All right, you want to do Deathstroke and Green Arrow?
Yeah, that works for me.
All right, Deathstroke the Terminator by Tony Fleets and Carmen D. Domenico on the art. So yeah, it's Death Blow and Deadshot, a couple of fucking G.I. Joe name characters if I ever saw it, taking on Deathstroke. What'd you think, man?
I thought it was pretty good. I was annoyed at first because I'm like, these two really shouldn't be any problem for Deathstroke, but we've talked about that before. Um,
Yeah,
Deathstroke's just so good that you gotta give conflict where you can. But I'm also trying to keep in mind that he's been like blown up 7 times each
right.
issue prior to this, so it's like okay, he probably is a little bit tired, and
His
uh,
head's not in the right spot, all that
his
shit
head's not in the
too.
right spot. And Deadshot is like really good. I don't want to take
Yeah.
anything away from him, so I got over that.
That was one of the dumbest things in the Tom King Batman run, though. They had Deadshot and Deathstroke. Like, both one of them was working for Riddler, the other one was working for Joker, and they were going at war at each other. And they like went on for, I'm like, no, it would not be this long drawn out thing between them. Like, I know
Yeah,
Tom King doesn't know anything, but come on.
yeah.
All he knows how to do is torture people. He was CIA. Go ahead.
But yeah, the rest of it, like I thought was pretty good. I like getting the background info on like, his ex-wife shooting him and causing his eye injury, if you want to call it that. Um, the rules and regulations to the Assassins League, I thought was like a just I don't know. There's just like little things that kind of add some depth to this book that usually, Deathstroke doesn't really have a lot of that, if we're being honest. So I thought all that was pretty cool. And then we get the ending little bombshell there, and are we? Is he implying that that last page happened like in the past, or happened when Deathstroke thinks it happened? Because that's what I'm confused on.
I'm thinking it's supposed to be it happened when Deathstroke went in there, type of thing.
Okay, so do we think who's shown here is dressing up and impersonating, or Deathstroke's just crazy?
It's supposed to lead you to believe Deathstroke is either Deathstroke's crazy and the not good narrator, or someone else is framing him, type of thing.
Okay, well, what do you think?
I'm probably at a 7.5. It's good. It's solid. The art's super good,
Yeah,
but the story still just isn't hitting as good as I want it to. But again, the art's really really good.
yeah. Like it's definitely good enough for me to keep reading it, and I know based on my order forms and seeing covers that Rose is going to be like joining this book as a regular soon, which is what I
Yeah,
want. So looking forward to that. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I'm going to give it an 8. I thought it was pretty good.
nice.
Which leaves us with the book of the week, Absolute Green Arrow #1. It's by Poinsett Pichetshote and Raphael Albuquerque on the art. And if anyone's been paying attention, neither of us has had a pick of the week yet. I think we both like this quite a bit, man. What'd you think?
Yep, it was really good. I mean, I love seeing Ollie be dead, so that really no, like I really liked it. I I don't love. Black Canary not being as big of a part of Ollie's life, but I like how they kind of drug her into things still. Um, yeah, it's good. What do you think though?
It is good. I think the art is pretty outstanding.
Hmm.
Um, you know, I like the shitty pharmaceutical billionaire and how Black Canary is like kind of biding her time on this a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Um, the only thing I didn't love, and that it's just because it's tough for me to set aside all the continuity we know and saying this is a brand new thing that doesn't matter. But Tyler Pharmaceuticals is mentioned, which is Rex Tyler, our
Yep.
man. And they make him sound like not a good guy, which I just don't really love, especially since I'm reading the old Our Man right now. And they mentioned, oh, he isn't like as bad as the other pharmaceutical billionaires, but they still made him sound like not a great guy. And it's just like, that kind of sucks. Because then it's like, holy shit, what if we got absolute Our Man popping up in this? That'd be pretty cool. But I don't think we're actually going to get that.
Now,
Um,
did they mention like his name as like one of the billionaires? It's you know, because like I thought all of the old JSA members except for Hawkman were dead
well,
in
no,
this
this one
universe
is
because I didn't see that.
CEO Reese Tyler.
Okay.
And we don't know. I've never heard of Reese Tyler, so I don't know who that is. Um, Hell, maybe it's like Rick's kid in this universe or something like that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So not really sure, but um, anyway, yeah, I don't know. But it's kind of hard not to root for Green Arrow killing off these people. It's just Black Canary happens to be paid to protect them so that her dad gets his insurance. So it's like you're rooting for both sides a little bit.
Yeah.
And then that last
100%.
issue was last page was pretty crazy too. I'm really interested in what's going on there.
Yeah. It's like I am really curious what's going on with that because I'm like that doesn't really check out with the Ollie that was shown and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I'm really into it. I have a question because this is like when Green Arrow shows up and he kills everyone there except for Hammond and uh, Dinah. Where's Merlin at?
Uh,
Because I looked it over. I'm like, yeah, he's just killing these guys, but no Merlin until later.
I don't know. I guess the two guys that get decapitated are I guess are just bodyguards. Hmm. I don't know. I don't see him either after flipping back through.
Yeah, so that's like my brain was working like, is Merlin gonna be Green Arrow?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, definitely could be. Because based on like we see a picture of Roy, and based on what we see, he's not beefy enough to match the beef that this mystery Green Arrow has.
Yeah,
But
I
Merlin
could,
definitely would.
but I could also see it being because there's who were the three? It was Roy,
Mia
Mia,
and
and then Tom Holloway. It
yeah.
could like I could very much see it being all three.
Yeah.
So, and that could have been the Holloway one and all that type of thing.
Mia's gonna be like, no, Roy, we are Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Um,
But I'm
yeah.
at a 10 for it.
Yeah, I mean, same. It was really, really good. And the design for Green Arrow is sick as hell. I love it.
Yeah, I do too. So, what are you excited about in the coming week, bud?
Because we're doing this early, I don't have the email in front of me, so I'm
All
not real
right.
sure.
So I'm gonna guess for you, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or not. Superman,
Okay.
um, Brutal Dark,
Okay.
and Infernal Hulk.
Yeah. Solid
Hmm.
guesses.
And then oh, you're also excited for Hush too. We That's both of ours.
Yeah.
Are you? Oh no, Absolute Wonder Woman would be on your excited one though,
Hmm.
for sure. I'll take off Brutal Dark and put Absolute Wonder Woman instead.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna say Infernal Hulk for me. Green Flash. I'm not really excited about Green Lantern, but I am gonna read it. And I'll say Zatanna. Are you gonna check out the Superman Father of Tomorrow?
Probably not.
Yeah,
I'm just not that interested.
I gotcha. All right, buddy. Well, Fantastic Four, and I haven't put the new one in yet. So I'm gonna look at my notes really quick and find one that I've written down weeks ago. Okay, so I heard, oh, it was like a bunch of the old New York Knicks players were in Madison Square Garden, and that someone took a picture, but there was like one guy
Patrick
photobombing.
Irving.
Yeah, Patrick Irving was there. No, one guy was doing like a photobomb of it in the back, but he actually, I guess, looked like he belonged there. So I'm like, give me like four teams or four superhero groups or whatever that you would love to like be able to photobomb, but still look like you belong, so you could then like frame it in your house. So you're not gonna do like I
Um,
was doing it when I graduated college. People are taking pictures of their loved ones, and I was making terrible faces. Like you're gonna actually try to pose and look the part.
well, I think the one that I could act like if I just made a suit and wore, uh, would be DC's Young All-Star team, which is just like a bunch of characters you've never fucking heard of that followed up the All-Star Squadron. Like it was a direct sequel to that. Um, like the only one you might recognize is Flying Fox. So it's like, yeah, I could definitely pose and fit in with that team. Um, which makes me think I could probably do the same with All Star Squadron, and I'd be happy being a part of either of those teams. Um, I'll go with the Thor core just because I'm blonde. And it's like
Yeah.
if I threw on the right, Thor kind of look-alike costume, I would fit in with those guys too. And then, man, not to go DC heavy, but JSA would be like the dream one. I don't really
Yeah.
fit in there, but it'd be cool if I did.
All right. So I'd say like if being an Opal City, if like they were doing the Star family was doing a big photo, I could probably sneak in the background there and you know like they could take a picture. I'd be like, I work there.
You're the janitor there at the lab.
Yeah. And then I'll say I was gonna say the New Warriors. Like it's like Speedball, Safe Space, and the other really stupid one, Casey. It just works. Um, then also Marvel one that's like kind of a cheat, but like if the Runaways were all posing, I could probably pop in there. Not anymore because I'm too fucking old. Like it's like why is that 30-year-old hanging out with teenagers? But like back in my prime, I could have.
Your prime.
And then I'll go with let's try to think of a dumb DC one that I can do. Oh, I'll do like if the all of the fake Supermen that like the Reign of Superman, that's including Bibbo, if they all were like getting a picture taken for Daily Planet, I could like probably hop in with a Superman shirt on. Let us know down below though, what superheroes you'd love to photobomb. You excited about any of the stuff we talked about? Did you like Absolute Green Arrow? Were you happy that all these dead and they showed his dead body again because that shit made me hard. But let us know all of that and more down below. Yeah.
And we'd love to stay in chat, but I gotta lure Casey in with a little smooch before I jab a knife right in his gut and twist the handle.
I thought you were gonna stab me with your and the tummy with your tummy sword.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Two Worlds Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Two Worlds Pod, on Twitter at two_worlds_PC, and on Facebook at facebook.com/twoworldspodcast. You can email us with any questions or comments at twoworldspodcast@gmail.com, and if you would, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Two Worlds Podcast on YouTube.